Hello, it's Ashley Cummings. Recently, I've received a lot of questions about my writing process and how I go about creating a long form blog post. So I just wanted to make a quick Loom video to show you what I do. So the first thing that I do is I start out with a dump doc. And what this is it's essentially a place that I can put all of my research, all of my quotes, all of basically any trends, any thoughts that I have about my particular topic, and I just dump it in there. But at the top of my dump doc and where I start, I like to put the title, of course, but I also like to put just a quick summary of what my pitch was. So in this case, I'm writing an article about whether or not there's a place for creator partnerships in the B2B world, and then what marketers think about it and what B2B companies are already doing, whether or not it's working. So whatever my pitch summary is, I just put it up there to kind of guide me and make sure that I'm staying on topic and that I'm not kind of veering as I do my research. And then the next place that I go to is my expert. I look for expert sources to give me quotes. And so to do that, there's a couple places that I look. The first is just my Twitter account. I'm connected with a lot of people in my niche. And so I'll go here and often I'll post a question, something that's relevant, like, what is the role of creator marketing? I also like to use this tool. It's a Help a B2B Writer. You can go in here and you can basically just submit your question, and experts in the creator marketing space would email me back and give me an awesome quote. Another one that I like, I know there's Haro and a lot other tools. The two that I mostly use are Quoted and Help a B2B Writer. And so basically, once I've done that, I'll write some questions that I'm going to ask the experts. In this case, pretty simple. What's the role of creator marketing in the B2B world? And then, have you ever used creator marketing for your B2B brand? What were the results? So these questions, they're pretty general, but they also, once I've done that, then I start my research. And I've mentioned this tool before, but let's say I'm looking for creator marketing stats this year. I have an extension, it's called Waldo. I'll put a link to it in the comments so you guys can use it. It's super cool. But if you, let's say, for example, I want to search through these results and I want data points, I can just press D and it will highlight everything. And then if I want more information about something, I can click on it. It will show more content. I can open the page. I'm not going to go into this tool too much just because that's not what this is about, but I'll put a link in the comments and hopefully it comes in handy for you. So I'm researching, I basically just go through, like I mentioned, I dump everything that's relevant, and it's super ugly. I mean, it just looks like a disaster, but it gives me an opportunity to get everything, all the quotes, all of the links that I might use, stuff I decided not to use, just get it out there on the page so that I can go through and organize my research later. So the next step is, once I have my dump doc created, I'll go out and I'll go between the two documents, my dump doc and my outline, and I'll create just a working outline. I'm taking this and I'm organizing it. If there's any places where there's holes, I'll know that as I'm creating my outline, and I'll know that I need to do some extra research. So for me, basically, and I just work off of really skinny outlines. But it'll basically just include, this is what I want to say in my intro. And then I'll put my first heading in. Basically, I'll structure everything as if it were the blog post, except for instead of writing everything, I just write quick little bullets about what I'm going to write. Another thing that I do, every blog post, especially now with AI being so popular, it has to have a lot of unique examples. It has to talk about new trends, things that AI won't have picked up on yet. I pull all of this from my dump doc and from my research into my outline as well. So I'll even include the picture here. I'm going to talk about my experience that I had with a partnership with Waldo. And then I'll also include basically links that I know, something that I know that I'm going to talk about. Yeah, so I basically just go through and create a really skinny outline. And then from there, I'll create my draft. But that's the process that I follow. This is what the final draft, actually, I haven't sent this to my editor yet, so this is not what the final draft looks like. Yeah, that's basically my process. Hope it helps you.